Good day, yogis, and welcome back onto the mat with me today for a sequence of twisting and turning, working to build up a little bit of energy and to detox the body. So one of my favorite poses are twists, and we're going to go through a range of different twists today, which are really great for boosting your energy, allowing you to eliminate toxins and detox through your body. So for this practice, all you're going to need is your mat and a block if you have one nearby. So find yourself on your mat, come into Shavasana. We'll start in a horse pose, just allowing ourselves to relax. This flow will really help to boost energy, it will relieve aches and pains, and it will help for any tension you're experiencing in the lower back. So come down onto your back body, draw your arms out beside you, and just feel into the ground. Just noticing whether your body is experiencing any stiffness today, whatever is going on for you. Allowing the back of your head to melt down, maybe rolling the head over from one side to the other. And just allowing yourself to gently settle down into the mat. Taking a few more deep breaths here. If you're feeling that your lower back is feeling a bit tight today, you can just gently step your feet onto the mat, bring them to the edges of the mat, and gently allow the knees to rest against one another. So once more, just feeling into whatever your body is telling you, whatever cues your body is giving you. And then just continue with your deep breaths here. Big, deep breaths. And then once you've taken a few rounds of breaths here and you've found yourself in your space, take a stretch, arms up overhead. So draw your arms up, send your feet down to the bottom of your mat. And then as you exhale gently, we're going to hug the right knee in towards the chest. So drawing knee in towards chest, allowing the back body to sink down into the ground. So taking the knee slightly out towards the side, so making a little bit of space in that hip crease. Allow yourself to extend that left heel and foot down into the ground. We're going to move into the first twist today. So bringing the left hand onto the right knee, you're going to begin to draw this right knee over to the left side. Keeping both of your shoulders pinned into the ground, you can send your right hand up and across in a cactus arm shape here. So taking a nice twist through the lower back body here, but also across the front chest. And then just breathe deeply here. And take a last big inhale, maybe drawing your knee over just an inch more. And then as you exhale, slowly rolling onto the back body, hugging the knee into chest once more, sending the feet down to the bottom of your mat, drawing your arms up overhead for a big stretch. And then let's take the left knee up in towards the chest. So once more, drawing knee into chest, creating a bit of space, sending that right heel down into the ground, softening through shoulders. Let's get ready to roll over now towards the right side. Right hand on left knee, slowly drawing the knee across the body and over to the side, left arm out beside you. Take a few big breaths here. So now twisting over to the right side. Couple big breaths here as you allow yourself to twist over just an inch more. And then as you exhale, slowly roll back onto the back body. Hug the knee into the chest. Slowly draw up both knees, hugging both knees into chest. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Bringing the hands underneath your thighs, we're going to rock and roll. So drawing yourself up and back. Taking a few rocks here. Just feeling into the back body. Rolling up and over and into tabletop pose. So knees are now stacked underneath the hips. And the hands will be stacked underneath the shoulders. So allow yourself a few moments. Settling in, let's take a few cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin up towards the chest. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin to chest. Let's take a couple more. Inhale, drop belly, gaze forward. Exhale, navel to spine, chin into chest. Coming back into a neutral position. Let's take threaded needle. So inhale, we're going to sweep up the right hand. And as you exhale, sweeping it underneath the left armpit, dropping the cheek down towards the ground. Now you have the option to either leave your hand pressing into the ground, or if you'd like to extend the twist a little further, sweeping that left arm around your back body and tucking it into the crease between the waist and the thigh, and then just breathing here. Last big breath. And then as you exhale, slowly dropping your palm down towards the mat, raising yourself back up into tabletop pose. Perhaps taking a couple of wags of the hips here, moving them over from side to side. And getting ready now to take threaded needle to the other side. So raising up that left arm, opening up the chest, exhale, threading it underneath the right armpit. And once more, just settling down here, feeling into the body. So you still have option to keep right hand pressed into the mat or rolling it up and around over the back body, tucking the fingers, softening the body. A few more deep breaths here. And one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly replace your hand, press the ground away from you. Slowly rise up and take a moment to move from side to side. Resetting your posture, we're going to move into raising of arms and legs on opposite sides. So we're going to start off by extending the right foot back. We want to make sure that the hip is dropped, and we're going to extend the left foot is extended back and the right arm extended forward. So pulling the navel in towards the spine, take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, touch the elbow and knee. And then inhale, sweeping up, hand and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. Let's take one more. Inhale, sweep everything up. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale up and hold the posture, gazing towards the hand, pulling navel in towards the spine. One more breath. And as you exhale, slowly replace the knees, the hands. Allow yourself a moment to reset. Let's move over to the other side. So raising up the right leg and extending the left arm forward. So taking a deep breath here. And as you exhale, touch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend everything forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one. Inhale, extend everything forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, up and hold. Just breathing into the stretch here. And as you exhale, replacing the hands and the knees, taking the hands a half a step forward, tuck your toes, rolling up into a downward facing dog. So taking your time here as you begin to paddle your heels one at a time, dropping one heel and then the other down towards the ground. Big breaths, pressing equally all four corners of the hand down into the mat. And then we're going to take the feet wide here, hip width distance of your mat. And we're going to bend in through the knees, taking the right hand to the left calf, ankle, and then allowing yourself to breathe through the stretch here. Deep breaths. And then slowly replacing the hands. Once more, taking that twist over to the other side. So left hand grabbing onto right ankle, breathing and extending here. And then slowly stepping your feet back towards one another, gazing towards your palms. Begin to heel toe your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Let's come into dangling. Bring your hands onto your elbows and gently rock from side to side, allowing yourself to let go of all tension through the upper body. And then dropping your hands down towards the floor, slowly drawing your arms up and allowing yourself to raise up into a standing posture. We're going to take a chair pose. So on your inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down through the midline. And then sweeping hands up into chair pose, Utkatasana. So taking a moment in chair pose, breathing here, really sitting low down. As you exhale, bring hands into prayer pose, and we're gently going to twist over to the right hand side. So gazing up towards the right hand elbow, breathing here, folding down into the ground. Deep breath. And then as you exhale, you can raise up your left leg and step the left leg back. Coming into your twisted lunge, taking a couple of deep breaths here. As you exhale, slowly drop the knee and flatten the foot, and still in your twisted lunge, lunging forward, breathing deeply here. Keep breathing. And then from here, we're going to take a wide-legged forward fold, so sweeping around your mat, your feet now aligned with the short edges. Allow yourself a couple of breaths, letting the forehead drop down towards the ground. We're going to take a twist on either side here, placing the left hand to the front of your mat. Inhale to gaze up towards the hand. Twisting the front and upper body. Exhale, drop the hands back down. And inhale, let's twist up and over to the other side. Take a deep breath here. And then exhale, hands back down, walking back to the front of the mat, coming back into your twist, allowing your left hand to press into the ground and your right hand to roll up and over, gazing up towards the hand. Taking a couple more deep breaths here. And you have the option to either stay here or join me in a side plank. So rolling over onto the side body, gazing up towards the hand, Couple of big breaths here. And then exhale, slowly coming into plank pose. Taking a chaturanga. So lowering body down, pressing up into upward facing dog, rolling over the toes into downward facing dog. Breath here. And then gazing towards the top of the mat, stepping both of the feet to the front of the mat, inhaling to lengthen, exhale to fold, and then take a reverse dive all the way back up. Exhale, hands into prayer pose. We're going to do this whole sequence now to the other side. So inhale, sweeping arms up. Exhale to fold down the midline. Inhale, rocking yourself up into the chair pose. Breathing here, sitting low. As you exhale, bring hands into prayer pose and twist over to the left-hand side. So keeping focus on your breath here. Gazing to the floor, up to the elbow. Deep breaths. And we're slowly going to take the right leg back. Coming into our twisted lunge. So breathing here. And as you exhale, lower the knee, lower the foot. And still extending over into our twisted lunge. Big breaths. And as you exhale, dropping the hands and coming into your wide-legged forward fold, dropping your forehead down. And then slowly rolling back forward to the front of your mat. Right hand stays plugged into the left foot as we take a twisted lunge, gazing up towards the palm. So you can either once more stay here in your twisted lunge, or you can join me to meet me in a side plank for a couple of breaths here. And as you exhale, slowly come back into a plank pose. We're going to take chaturanga once more. So rolling forward and into upward facing dog. Rolling over the toes into downward facing dog. A couple of breaths. Gazing forward, stepping or jumping the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale to reverse dive. All the way back up. Hands into prayer pose. Allow yourself a few big cleansing breaths here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down, flowing down. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, step both of the feet back into a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Inhale to raise up the right leg. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward. And we're raising up into a warrior one. So arms up, reaching all the way up towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through the chest. Another 2 breaths here. We're going to straighten up through the front knee and slowly come into a revolved triangle pose. So extending and bending halfway at first. Then dropping your left hand towards the ankle and extending the right hand up and over. Pressing firmly into both of the feet. Taking some deep breaths here. As you exhale, send the hands down, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Inhale to raise up the left leg. And as you exhale, step the left foot forward, right foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, sweeping yourself up into a warrior one pose. Couple deep breaths here. As you exhale, straighten the front knee. We slowly folding halfway forward. So you can step the back foot a little bit towards. And then dropping the right hand either towards the floor, to the ankle, wherever you can get to. And opening up the left arm. So taking your twisted triangle here. Shoulders stacked above shoulder. One more deep breath. As you exhale, drop the hands and step your feet back into a downward facing dog. A couple of breaths. Inhale to raise up the right leg. Exhale to step the right knee in towards the wrist. Slowly lower down into a pigeon. And we're going to take a threaded pigeon. So we're going to step the left arm underneath the right armpit and allow yourself to come down onto the mat here. Right hand sweeps across the back body. And just breathe here. And slowly start to exit. Pressing your hand back into the ground, tucking the back toe. And slowly allowing yourself to roll back up into a downward facing dog. Inhaling to raise up the left leg. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Slowly allowing yourself to drop into your pigeon pose, making sure your hips are squared to the front edge of the mat. The right hand sweeps under, and you allow yourself just to rest here, sweeping the left hand behind the back body and allowing yourself to settle here. Last big breath. And as you exhale, pressing palms into the mat, slowly allowing yourself to come into a seated posture. So drawing yourself forward, extending the legs, coming into a seated staff, lengthening up through the body, allowing yourself to take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to take the right foot in towards the left thigh. We're taking a forward fold, so bring hands into prayer pose. Extend and open up through the chest, and as you exhale, allow yourself to fold forward and feel into whatever is presented for you here. Dropping the forehead, softening through the back body, softening into the hip. Deep breaths. Last big inhale. Sliding your hands up your thighs, lengthening up, taking the right knee back in towards the chest. Pop the right foot over the left. Sweep the left heel in towards the buttocks. So you're not sitting on it. Your hips are square. We're coming into half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to twist over to the right side. Right hand leads to the back body. Left arm tucks over. Take a few big breaths here. And remaining as you are, shifting this right foot towards the outer edge of your left thigh, drawing the knees above knees. We're going to take eagle arms, so spread your wings. And then as you exhale, you're folding your right arm underneath the left, joining the palms to touch, taking a big breath here. And as you exhale, you can gently fold forward. And just breathe here. And then slowly drawing yourself back up, extending and releasing through the arms, and slowly send your legs back towards the top of the mat, back into seated staff. We're now taking this whole sequence on the left side. So left foot slides into inner thigh. Lengthen up through the back body. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, drop the hands forward and allow your forehead to drift down towards the knee, feeling into the posture. Some deep breaths here. As you exhale, roll the hands up the thigh, send the knee back in towards the chest. We're popping this left foot over the right thigh. Right foot slides towards the buttocks, and we're taking half Lord of the Fishes. Left hand leads the way, right arm hinges over, gaze towards the back of your mat and breathe. And then as you exhale, slowly draw your right foot in towards the outer buttock. The knee stacks above the knee, arms out beside you. Left arm now comes underneath the right. You can twist the arms, either just joining backs the palms or the palms itself, taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly fold yourself forward and breathe here. Last big breath. And then as you exhale, slowly roll out. Allow yourself to come back into seated staff. Let's take a seated forward fold. Hands into heart center. Inhale, sweeping up the arms. And as you exhale, fold yourself forward and allow yourself to come into a forward fold. Feeling into the whole body, whatever is presented here. Couple more deep breaths. And then as you exhale, let the hands slide, roll yourself back up. We're slowly coming down onto the mat, drawing the legs down, arms up, taking a deep stretch, and then hugging the knees into the chest, taking a gentle rock from side to side. You can take your legs and twist them over one another. Bring the hands out beside you, and you're going to let the knees drop over to the left side. So right leg is stacked over, gazing over to the opposite hand. If this is too much for you, you can just have the feet stacked above each other, gazing over. This is our last twist for the day. Slowly draw the knees up, back to center, take a breath here, and then drop them over to the right side, gazing over to the left hand. A few deep breaths. And then slowly drawing knees back up, hugging them into the chest one last time. This time wrapping your arms right around, bringing your forehead into touch, and slowly coming into corpse pose or Shavasana, allowing yourself to go into a final state of relaxation with your arms out beside you, your whole body relaxed. Allow yourself to fully integrate the practice, some beautiful twisting, aiding us to detox the body. Deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling comfort, serenity, and peace into your body. Just allowing yourself a few moments before you rush back into the rest of your day. Allowing your whole body to sink down into the earth, beneath the earth. Just enjoying these last few moments before we begin to wiggle the toes, draw the fingers over the thumbs, gently rock our head from side to side. Draw the arms up overhead for a last deep stretch before rolling onto one side and coming up into your seated pose. Joining me back on the mat in an easy seat, bringing the palms together to touch once more. Beginning to rub the palms together, generating some warmth. And then taking that warmth into your heart center, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bow your nose down to your fingertips, taking a moment to acknowledge yourself and those around you. Namaste. Wishing you a truly beautiful day further.